sunrise in Kidepo Valley National Park and is admittedly beautiful. And the World Bank Vice President, who is definitely not a Ugandan, couldn't be more right about Uganda.
The potential for Uganda in tourism is huge. For instance, if you take the gorillas, you're not exploiting. You as a country, you have benefited the less of its potential in tourism compared to Tanzania, to Kenya, and to Rwanda. While you have this same biodiversity, sometimes rich biodiversity.
I've been to many countries, but Uganda, wherever you touch, it's a product. Everything you touch on in Uganda is a product, because we happen to have very good people, very good people. They're very hospitable. We have a very diverse culture, which is very authentic. We cannot compete with any other country, leave alone animals. The same lions can be in other countries, but our cultures are totally different, and this is where our money should be now. That's where we should concentrate.
We have not tapped into our birding life. I was just comparing recently Uganda and the US. America has got 784 different species of birds. And last year alone, the retailers made $32 billion from people who went to watch birds in America. Now, Uganda has 1,056 different species of birds. Now, if you look at the amount of money we've made as a country, for example, last year, we're talking about less than $20 million. Now, the birding alone in Uganda has the potential to give us not less than $40 billion a year if it's well exploited.
Then for steering the sector, some suggest real powerful and facilitated leadership.
We also need an internal reorganization. We need to get a tourism authority in Uganda that has the same competence as Uganda Revenue Authority, that has the same competence as Kampala City Council.
Market forces alone cannot be left to fix the problems of poor standards of the tourism sector.
I see the beginning as the private sector coming together and establishing minimum standards that then become adopted by all of us. We then go ahead and demand from the people in the industry, whether they are waiters in restaurants or whether they are tour consultants and safari experts in the tourism companies, or they be driver guides or professional guides going around with people, whether they are our lodge managers, we go down and demand that they must internalize and live within those minimum standards.
Rwanda, as the latest kid on the block, especially about working on the country's image, does not actually have a quarter of Uganda's rich biodiversity. But Uganda could still learn from Rwanda.
Through the leadership of both business as well as the political leadership, Rwanda has prioritized service delivery and made it a key national agenda. I have sat at the Kigali Serena Hotel and listened to internationally acclaimed customer service gurus interacting with all Rwandans of all walks of life, from the military to teachers to restaurateurs and hoteliers to tourism service providers, even government and the administrators from the countryside, on the enhancement, the need, importance, and the ways of enhancing service delivery.
And for the all-important role of marketing the country, government must put its money with its mouth.
I think it's extremely very clear that government has not understood its role in as far as tourism is concerned. A lot of government people think that the marketing of this country is a private sector role. No, the image of this country is in the hands of government, and government must take the image change across the globe for Uganda head on.
Is the shortage of private sector investment in tourism a sign that there is no money to actually sink into this sector?
You talk to a lot of friends who are building apartments in Nakuru, in Kororo, so it's not lack of money. But I think from the industry, we need to tell someone who's trying to build an office block in Kampala, where there are so many empty ones, what opportunities that they see in a lodge in Kidepo and how much they can make.
For sure, this kind of lamentation should unfold into action.
We are earning now $1 billion out of it with very little investment. So if we can add more investment to tourism, then it's a sector that can definitely help to enhance the economy of Uganda.
And this is the best way US dollars will flow into this economy and save the pressure on the Ugandan shilling.